Jojo's Bizarre Adventure has quickly become one of the most popular anime in the West. Known for its exciting music, memorable characters, and flamboyant style, what really sets it apart from other shonen anime is its unique power system, that being stands. Stands are psychological manifestations of a user's fighting spirit, all with cool designs, referential names, and kick-ass supernatural powers. But if you're watching this video, there's a pretty good chance you already know all of this. What you might not know is that there are a number of stands created by Araki himself that have never appeared in any JoJo media whatsoever. That's right, I'm not talking about spin-offs, light novels, or even the video games. These stands were mainly created solely for real-life events and promotional purposes. So join me as we discuss the 4 secret stands of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The first of these stands was featured in the 2006 interview with Shoko Nakagawa, and I am very sorry if I butchered that name, for the Japanese TV show Temeke Now. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen the interview, but Shoko is really into Jotaro. Really into Jotaro. So much so that Araki ended up creating a stand for the hypothetical son of her and Jotaro, with the son being a young boy known as Joe Kujo. Now, I don't know about you, but if the creator of one of my favorite works created an original character and power based on my love for my favorite character within that work, I'd nut on the spot. But that's besides the point. Called Love Note, named for Death Note, yes, that Death Note, the stand and its user have a pretty simple designs, with Joe looking mostly like an ordinary boy with a Joe on his shirt being his distinctive feature, while Love Note itself takes the form of a notebook with hearts on the pages and an image of Shoko's cat poking out the top. Its ability, known as "Till Death Do Us Part," can force any two people to marry each other, irrespective of their actual feelings. Apparently, a common outcome of this is that it results in the not-so-happy couple committing unalive on each other to account for speedrunning their way to the same place most marriages end up anyway. Cold and loveless. Now, I'm not saying this was Araki's way of politely saying that Jotaro would never be into her the same way that most weebs waifus wouldn't even spit on them if they came to life, but there's definitely a non-zero chance of this being the case. The next stand I want to look at today is based on the Scrapper protein, and this design isn't technically a stand, but come on, it totally is. I mean, just look at that awesome design. Probably being my favorite of all the secret stands we'll be taking a look at today design-wise, it is incredibly evocative of Part 4 stands like Crazy Diamond in the hand. It was designed by Araki for the September 2007 issue of the US Biology magazine Cell at the request of, and I once again apologize, I'm about to try to pronounce Japanese names, of Dr. Mitsutoshi Satao and Dr. Hiroshi Ageta, 2 members of the team that helped to discover Scrapper. It depicts the at the time newly discovered protein as a humanoid stand doing something science-y. According to the article on Anime News Network I found this on, it helps regulate synaptic activity in the nervous system. Neat. Either way, I'm not going to pretend I understand all the science behind it, but whether you're a scientist or just a common weeb like me, you have to admit, this looks freaking sick, and it makes me want to see what an Araki version of Osmosis Jones would look like. Okay, so the next 2 stands, this is where it really gets interesting, because these stands were used to promote real-world JoJo events, with the first of the 2 actually making a real-life appearance. This stand, known as Remote Romance, was created to allow people to remotely view the JoJo Exhibition 2012 via live streaming. How it worked was people could log into the Google Plus live stream to become the user of the stand. The screen comprising its face would showcase its users. Just looking at this stand, I'm a big fan of its design. It feels really different than other stands and has this mysterious, almost creepy quality that fits perfectly with the whole idea of being this being that wanders the internet. Its ability, though, was a little less cool than its design. Basically just it's wandering around to give people a view of whatever it saw. At the very least, the wiki managed to word it to sound a little cooler, with the ability being called broadcasting. The description reads, and I quote, "The stand possesses humans who have access to a particular server and gives them the ability to project an alter ego to a remote location." With an ability like that, I feel this stand would make fast friends with Hey Ya. And like Love Note, Remote Romance also comes with a user and some brief lore. The original user of Remote Romance was a hacker named Dixie Flatline who died, leaving only his stand in cyberspace, available for anyone to become the user of should they access a certain site. Because this is Jojo, Dixie Flatline's name is of course a reference, and that reference is to a character in William Gibson's novel Neuromancer, who was also a hacker that died but had a copy of his mind saved on the internet. The final secret stand that we'll be looking at today was another one created for an event, this one known as Jojo Sapiens. This stand was created for the 2018 event Hirohiko Araki JoJo Exhibition Ripples of Adventure to be a personification of an online survey that visitors to the site could take, with the results being averaged to form the ultimate JoJo human, otherwise also known as Jojo Sapiens. And my god, that was a run-on sentence I had written. The survey was comprised of 42 questions from a number of different topics, from favorite foods, fights, etc., to basic expected demographic data like gender and age, to more personal data like income and body fat percentage, to asking about respondents' fetishes? Okay, I mean, I guess that is technically an important element of the series. Anyway, after the survey was completed, this ultimate Jojo would then take control of the stand. And design-wise, I think it's pretty interesting, and the robotic design conveys that it's meant to personify an online survey, and reflects its ability, which is basically babyface combined with gold experience, except it uses internet data instead of biological data as the initial point of genesis. Oh, and I guess the whole, human creation thing only works once. So good luck to the ultimate Jojo human with a stand that's only remaining power is equal to only a portion of what most people can do with a Google account, which is creating surveys. But besides that, I do wish the design incorporated elements of each of the Joestar stands to really sell the ultimate Jojo human concept. Maybe you could have, I don't know, stone-free sunglasses and star platinum scarf and heart motifs to tie it to Crazy Diamond. Listen, I'm in no way, shape, or form an artist, so maybe that would have looked awful. Either way, I have to say, the ultimate Jojo human that this stand apparently produced does look really badass. Well, and with that, we've seen some of the more obscure stands that have come out of JoJo. Which of these quote-unquote secret stands, I'm only calling them that because it makes it more interesting sounding for the algorithm, was your favorite? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Personally, I like Love Note just because of the background behind its creation and ability, but really the whole situation just kind of makes me laugh, especially if you've watched the interview. And as the panoramic begins to clear up, it makes me excited to see what wonderful and weird stands future JoJo events, interviews, and, in a word, bizarre
He's in, boys! He did it! He said it!
partnerships will bring. Anyway, my name's Travis. This has been Absolute Travesty, the variety channel where I don't know what I'm doing yet. And thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, I'm going to do the whole cliche YouTuber thing. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Have a nice day, and see ya!